Today on What's Next.
Joining the chorus changed my life. It helped me accept myself just because music is so healing.
Your community gives you hope. Your community gives you so much joy.
Now as I'm approaching 68, now I've got a whole different message.
Hello and welcome to What's Next. I'm Mark Middleton, back with your weekly boost of positivity and purpose, here to remind you of just one simple truth. It's never too late, and there is always a way forward. And after over a decade of sharing stories of individuals continuing to live lives of passion and purpose in their 70s and 80s and beyond, what we've learned is that way forward is much easier if we do it together. There's unparalleled power in community, especially as we grow older. In a world that often tries to tell us that we've aged out of new opportunities, a good community reminds us that we're never too old to learn, to dream, and to do. Intergenerational and diverse points of view help us stay relevant and informed. In good times and bad, we need each other because, as we learned during the pandemic, we are hardwired for connection, and that's the way the world works best, when each of us shows up with our own unique gifts, blending it all into something richer and more vibrant than we could ever have created alone. Blending diverse voices together is something that the Orlando Gay Chorus knows just a little bit about. Since their founding on Valentine's Day back in 1990, this group has been rooted in love and inclusion, welcoming people across the LGBTQ+ spectrum and their allies to sing and make music together. Now, this is not an open invitation community choir. You have to audition to join, but the group's members say they found more than just an outlet for their voices. They found family and they found a home. Each Wednesday night, the collective of diverse ages, races, and voices that make up the Orlando Gay Chorus gathers to practice.
Music is the universal language. No matter what language you're singing in, it still can have some resonance with everyone. And then the ability to sing with 150 of your closest friends and neighbors and community members, it is a power that cannot be described. To be able to sing in front of audiences and just even if we touch one person's life, it can have an amazing ripple effect throughout our entire community. We shall overcome.
Those ripples begin within the chorus members themselves.
I was very depressed and I loved to sing. And I thought that, hey, maybe joining a chorus would be a change. And then from audition to the first day to concert, it was just amazing. Like every Wednesday is my favorite day. Like I get to see my friends and I'm so happy. I'm happier. I'm like happier now.
Carol Studer joined the chorus in 2009 as an ally at the suggestion of her husband, and the chorus helped her heal following his death.
This chorus has become my life. I'm back singing again. It got me through some tough times during his loss and my parents. And you meet the most authentic people here. These people have, especially my age group, for them to accept and learn who they are and be authentic and live. I have found the truest friends here. So as an ally, they're the best people to support. And so I will give anything to this chorus to keep on singing and get people involved.
Oh, love is love is love is love. Oh, love is love is
Rob Knoll was one of the group's founding members in 1990.
The society was so different back then, and it was different for me. I was still very closeted, and I couldn't accept myself. You know, I used to think, oh, you're gay, so it's something bad, but it's just something else about you. Where's your hometown? What hobbies do you like? What's this? It's just something else about who your personality is. It's not always a negative thing. But, you know, growing up, we didn't have role models. We didn't have people we knew, so it's a big difference for me.
Being in the chorus brought Knoll both physical and emotional support during his recovery from a recent stroke.
one day I woke up and then half my body was paralyzed, and it was very scary. So part of my rehabilitation was I got a lot of positive support from my community here with the course, but it's also helped me with my speech and my breathing and all that stuff. So now I'm working full time again. I'm out in the society, and I just get so much support from my family here. And this is my family, because this is my family of choice.
Oh, just keep going for now.
One unique aspect of the chorus is how it bridges generations, creating meaningful connections across age groups. Just 26 years old, Jeremy Kozluk hadn't met an older gay person until he joined the chorus.
A lot of the queer people that I knew were around my age or even younger than me, so getting to meet people who were like in their 60s, 70s, 80s, also gay, it was amazing. I feel like it's almost a mutually beneficial relationship because I get to learn what it was like, their struggles and how they fought for our rights growing up. And then they get to learn from, us younger people as newer, fresher identities, sub-identities in the community, like non-binary. There's like asexual, aromantic, things like that they might not have known about so much growing up, that we get to teach them.
We shall overcome someday.
Now entering its 35th year, the chorus prides itself on being part of the fabric of the Central Florida community. They perform 2 stage concerts each year, along with numerous community events, pride parades, and sporting events. The healing power of their music especially resonated across the region in the wake of the 2016 Pulse nightclub mass shooting.
It was such an awful event, so devastating. So many of our members lost friends at the nightclub, and the ability to be there for the families and for the victims and for the survivors, to be able to be a source of hope and to be ambassadors of love, hope, and healing after such a terrible tragedy was so important to us. We sang in over 150 outreaches in the first year after Pulse, and we still every year sing on the anniversary, and we hope to be able to continue to be a source of hope for this community that was so shaken in those times.
Truthfully, the magic of a chorus, that there's all these voices, and you don't have to be the best singer. You just blend, and it just all works out great. And just the vibrations, there's music can make me cry quicker than anything else, whether it's happy music or sad. It's just the way it brings it to you, and it's your soul.
Oh, deep in my heart.
Doesn't matter, what your gender is, what you think or what you do. We're all here to sing and make music together, and music is beneficial for the world. It's healing. We sing all types of songs. We sing ballads, we sing upbeat songs. We can get on the floor and dance. We can make you happy. We can make you sad. So having that spectrum of emotions coming together from a group of individuals is just an amazing feeling.
All we need is love.
Now it's all coming to fruition on this stage, and oh my God, it's exciting.
The beauty of growing older is that we do chip away at that which matters least. We declutter, and not just our homes, but also our lives, our minds, and in many cases, old beliefs that no longer serve us. That allows us then to embrace some new ideas and new experiences if we're willing to step out of our comfort zone. Secily Wilson was willing, and she did. When she stepped onto the TEDx stage in Eustis, Florida, Secily said yes to an opportunity to step into the spotlight and deliver a talk about one of her passions, the importance of community, and she needed that very same community support to help her do it.
Today, we're in Eustis, Florida for TEDx Eustis. I'm super excited to join 15 other speakers on this stage for the very first time, all with amazing stories worth sharing. And hopefully inspiring others to do and be something different. This has been unforgettable. This experience gives me a different understanding of the process of what it takes to get to this stage. It's been 6 months of planning, prepping, redoing my speech, all of that. But now it's all coming to fruition on this stage, and oh my gosh, it's exciting. Today, I really hope people take away the power of having a community, a tribe, a posse, those individuals who you can lean on and turn to, who can encourage you. I want them to know that there is power in numbers, because when you're isolated, that's when you deal with the thoughts and the words that are in your head that cause you to think negatively. But when you're with power and numbers, you can change the world. I am never alone, even when I feel that I am. So when you're at a busy intersection and you have to make a decision, reach for your lifeline. Your community gives you purpose. Your community gives you hope. Your community gives you so much joy. That was amazing. A little nerve-wracking, but amazing. I literally felt like I was growing bolder in my own skin because I've done something that I've never done before. I will say this experience taught me grace. I'm such a perfectionist and I don't always get it right. And even in the moment on that stage, there were a few mishaps, but I have to give myself grace because I did something that so many other people wish they could. From my talk about finding your tribe, I hope people walk away understanding and knowing the value of having that tribe, that community, that circle of genius right there with you, because that's how you get your power. That's how you move forward. Don't stay isolated, because you need that circle, that tribe.
We all need that circle. We all need connection and support. So who's your circle? Have you reached out to them lately, either to ask for support or to offer it? And if not, why not? And if you don't have a circle or don't really know who you can truly count on, don't worry. Life is full of opportunities to connect, and sometimes they show up in the most unexpected ways. Keep your eyes open this week. A simple conversation, a small gesture, or even a shared moment can be the start of something meaningful.
I have discovered that the older I get, the more clarity I have about a lot of things.
Welcome back to What's Next. I'm Mark Middleton. Barbara Hannah Grufferman is a recognized expert on positive aging and the award-winning author of Love Your Age, The Small Step Solution to a Better, Longer, Happier Life. She speaks regularly to people, especially women over 40, about fitness, health, nutrition, career, sex, and really any other topic related to positive and healthy aging. We spoke with Barbara recently about the changing culture of aging and her reaction to it.
When I was in my 50s and when I wrote my first book and, all about positive aging, I was really, hey, life doesn't end at 50, everyone. Don't think that way. We've got to start thinking in a whole different way about life after 50. And now as I'm approaching 68, I'm still saying, hey, life doesn't end at 50, but now I've got a whole different message. It's, hey, everyone, life definitely does not end at 65 or 66 or 67. In fact, I am busier now than I ever was because I entered that space of positive aging back in 2010 with my first book. And I've been building on that ever since. And so as I'm getting older, as I'm aging, my messaging is changing, of course, to continue to motivate people to focus on all of the very important things. I have discovered that the older I get, the more clarity I have about a lot of things. And one of those things that's quite clear to me that wasn't as clear when I was younger, in my earlier days, is my passion, my mission, my purpose. What is my real purpose in life? I really feel that when we're younger, like younger adults, we're like rushing through life. We're building career. We're building family, usually. We're building community in our neighborhood and whatever our social circles are. And there's like not as much time to really focus on what your own personal passion is. It's all about others and building with others. And now I find, and I'm hearing this from a lot of other people in my age group and people that I interview on my podcast, Age Better, that, this is the time of their life when they really have the time and they have the kind of the freedom to focus on what is truly important and kind of letting everything else that is not as important anymore. And there's a lot of that stuff out there, everyone, that's just not as important as it used to be. Let it all go and then kind of focus on those things that bring you joy, that make you want to get up every day, that fills you with purpose. And this is really what brings true happiness. At least this has been true for me. My purpose in life now is to really motivate people to take care of themselves, to do what they can do for themselves, that their relationships are solid, that they're really focusing on, building that community.
I love what Barbara said about now being the time in our lives when we have the time and the freedom to focus on what we're really passionate about. The importance of tapping into those passions brings us to today's bold social clip. Today's video comes from the new 65 Plus presented by Humana and Growing Bolder, which is a stereotype smashing campaign that celebrates the passions of older adults and inspires others to embrace a happier, healthier lifestyle. After a 45-year hiatus, Benita Warrens was invited to join the on-air talent at WNAP-FM in Indianapolis as a disc jockey. This great-grandmother now has her own radio show and says she's having the time of her life.
I'm Benita Warrens. I'm 71 years old, and my passion is radio. When I was a lot younger, I did radio, but then I got out of it because of my family commitments, my job commitments, and so on. And it was a dream that always sat on the back burner. However, about a year ago, I was approached by a radio station in central Indiana, and they invited me to become part of their air staff. I am now having the time of my life doing this radio show. I love music. It's fun to be able to play music for other people and to sometimes share music with them that they've never heard before. Music is a universal language. It's something that just about everybody can relate to in one way or another. To me, the new 65 Plus means living. Really taking the time to live intentionally, to live with quality, to live at peace.
Welcome back to What's Next. Have you checked out our streaming channel, watch.growingbolder.com? If not, please do, because it is free and it is fabulous. And what's your social media channel of choice? If it's Instagram, you can find Growing Bolder and our inspiring stories there. And of course, our social media mothership on Facebook, where over 1.1 million boldies not just follow, but engage with us. We regularly ask for your take on questions like this one. Where do you feel most connected to others, and what makes that community meaningful to you? Head on over to Facebook and let us know. You know, there is a supposed African proverb. Nobody really knows the origin of it for sure, and many have taken credit for it. But it says, if you want to go fast, go alone, and if you want to go far, go together. And isn't that the truth? Sure, we can do this journey called life alone, but the trip is richer, deeper, and more fun and more rewarding when we share it with others. Of course, they got to be the right others, but they are out there and they need to connect with you as much as you need to connect with them. And I think that it all comes down to this. When we feel supported, we feel safe. When we feel seen and accepted, we feel free to bring our best selves to whatever it is we're doing. We laugh more, we love more, we give more, and we receive more. We're encouraged to try new things, to meet new people, to step out of our comfort zone, and take the kind of chances that make life worth living. And if that's not you today, then what are you waiting for? The clock is ticking. So go find your people, the right ones, the ones that will support and lift you up, and be that person for them. Strengthen your circle, because together we can go farther. Together we are better, and together we can make the world better. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.